Robbie Wine's beat.
When I'm looking in the south, in the western, in the central, yeah. And I found us was born and I'm grown in the northern Uganda. Uganda, baby, Lobuna, yeah. African, my black continent. Acholi,
Hello guys, welcome to the Luo Online. In this video, I'm going to take you through the Shilluk people. The Shilluk people are one of the Luo ethnic group. They are brothers and sisters, and today you have got to know them in this video, so watch until the end. The Shilluk people are sometimes referred to as the Chollo. They are a major Luo group of South Sudan, living on both banks of the Nile River in Malakal. Before the Second Sudanese Civil War, the Shilluk or the Chollo also lived on the settlements on the northern bank of the Sobat River, close to where the Sobat joins the Nile. The Shilluk or the Chollo are the third largest ethnic group in southern Sudan, after the Dinka and the Nwe. The language is called Dog Chollo, D-H-O-G-C-H-O-L-L-O. Dog is the Shilluk word for language and mouth. It belongs to the Luo branch of the Western Nilotic subfamily of Nilotic languages. Now let's look at the physiques of the Chollo people or the Shilluk people. The Shilluk, along with the Dinka, have been considered some of the tallest people in the world. In an investigation between 1953 to 1954, D.F. Robert reported that Dinka Ruang males were on average of 18.3 centimeters or 5 feet 11 and a half in tall, while Shilluk males average were 182.6 centimeters. I correct the one for the Dinkas. It is 181.3 centimeters, not 18. It is 181.3 centimeters. While the Shilluk people are 182.6 centimeters. General characteristics among the Nilotic people include long legs, narrow bodies, and short trunks, adaptations to South Sudan's hot climate. However, in 1995, male Shilluk refugees in South Sudan, in southwestern Ethiopia, were on average 172.6 centimeters tall. The study suggests that Nilotic people may attain greater height if privileged with favorable environmental conditions during early childhood and adolescence, allowing full expression of the genetic material. These refugees were displaced due to civil wars in their country from 1955 to the present. Now let's look at the history of the Shilluk people. History and also the cultural perspective of the Shilluk people. The Shilluk people, or the Chollo, formed today's Shilluk kingdom. They used kingdom system in South Sudan in 1454. Historically, the Shilluk was a patriarchal monarchy led by a ref from the divine lineage of the cultural hero Nyikang, who is believed to affect the nation's health. Their society was one somewhat hierarchical, with castes of royals, nobles, commoners, and enslaved people. Today, the Shilluk people government is democracy with an elected headman voted in by a council of hamlet heads. Most Shilluk are sedentary agriculturalists like most Nilotic people. Cattle raising is a large part of the economy. However, agriculture and fishing are more significant activities than usual. Both sexes engage in agricultural growth. Now, I'm going to take you to the last part of this video where I'm going to look at religion in the Shilluk, the beliefs. Most of the Shilluk people have converted to Christianity, just like other Luo people, while some still follow the traditional religion, which is good, or a mixture of both. A few have converted to Islam, just like many. Islam did not penetrate well in the Luo culture. The Shilluk prides themselves on being one of the first Nilotic groups to accept Christianity, the other being the Anuak people. The Episcopal Church of South Sudan dates the event to the late 19th century, when the Church Mission Society first began to send missionaries. Colonial policies and missionary movements have divided Shilluk into Catholic and Protestant denominations. This is the common division or segregation among the Luo people. This religious thing is a nonsense. We need to get back to our normal unity, no matter the religion. That if you're Islam, Protestant, Christian, be there. There's no problem. But one fact that must remain is we are Luo people. The Catholic Church historically proselytized on the western bank of the Nile. It ran mission stations at Lul, Detwatch, Tonga, and Yuenyang. In contrast, the American Inland Mission ran a mission station at Doleid Hill, located south of Makal on the eastern side of the Nile, but situated on the Sobat River. The Shilluk were a minority in the Sudan People's Liberation Movement, or the SPLM, for most of the Second Sudanese Civil War, their number peaking in the late 1980s and the pre-ceasefire fighting in 2004. In summary, the only violence that happened in Shilluk was during the summer of 2010. The Sudan People's Liberation Army, or the SPLA, in an attempt to disarm the tribe and stop a local Shilluk rebellion, burned several villages and killed an untold number of people, civilians, in South Sudan's Shilluk kingdom. Over 10,000 people were displaced during the rainy season and sent fleeing into the forest, often naked, without bedding, shelter, or food. Many children died from anger and cold. The violence started again in April 2011 with an SPLA crackdown on rebel-controlled regions. Shilluk and Nuba were the alleged victims. Violence broke out again in Tonga in late 2022. So this one brings us to the end of Shilluk, or the Chollo people, and to justify why most Luo have experienced violence. Thank you for watching this video, and bye bye.
Acoli.